explain anything unless you ask me to, because I don't know.
I'm asking you to explain everything in this video.
So why do you play Mirror Sword?
What's up, C4? Y'all already know what it is. It's your boys.
I don't fucking know, man.
We're back at it again. Man, honestly, to tell you the truth, this is a person who has not had a video on this channel yet, who should. Because every time he plays, he usually gets first. It's annoying because he always beats me to do it. But whatever. But we got Cole here. Cole, what are you on?
I'm on branded Chimera. You need a better answer than that.
Hey, we got to get right to the video. So get it started, Cole. What you got?
Do I need to explain the deck again when I'm playing?
Go for it, bro. Let's go crazy. No, you already know. We already know. You're on branded Chimera.
Alright, so I'm on about 45 cards, I think. I was playing Bestial Engine, took that out. Shit's bad, this format. So I'm on triple cornfield.
There's a glare right there.
Triple cornfield quaffle.
Yeah.
We got the triple mirror sword knights. We got 3 gazelle. Was on 2, decided I liked 3 better.
A little better for the ratios, I guess.
Consistency.
Hey man, you're super probably a way to win a game and it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a great fusion target, and if you're playing the Fracture Engine, which is a little spoiler, it's a nice thing to fuse off in hand. 2 big wing, because if I could play 1 I would, but I don't want to because if you draw it, it's terrible.
Debatable.
Yeah. 2 Chimera fusion. You could play 3 to have a deeper engine, but drawing too many of different fusion engines doesn't really get you anywhere sometimes. And then we got the branded engine as well, 3 fusion.
Always ash it.
Oh yeah, it
Always
is.
save your ass.
We need multiple targets to bait Ash, because if we just had 1, then they'd just Ash it and we'd lose. 3 opening. A little bit of a deeper branded engine, but you can do it in draw, so it plays around draw. And gets you on the engine. The Aluber to summon off of it. If you draw Aluber in opening, God hates you. Branded Lost as a second target to search with Aluber if you have fusion already. It's good going second through interruptions.
So that's how we know when you have the branded fusion.
Yeah. 2 Albaz. The 1 light hex sealed.
With the result, he gonna have it one way or the other.
Yeah.
Like, you know he has it.
The 1 light hex sealed, so you can make Dragoon if they don't ash it. Insulate the rest of your plays. If you're playing different engines, you can cut this bit, but deployments.
What's the free special summon of an Alabama?
Yeah, or anything that mentions it, which is Cartesia. If you're going first, you summon Cartesia usually, and it helps your Chimera line play around Imperms and Veilers on your Big Wing Baphomet. Or it's going second, it summons Albaz, so it's not too bad. If you're playing like the Horus engine or stuff though, you could cut probably the openings and the deployments, because they lock you into fusions for the turn. Also got the Fracture engine, so we got 3 chain. Was on 2 chain, but now I've started maining Super Polys. It's a really good discard off Super Poly or opening, because it searches in the draw phase too, won't get drolled. We got 2 Polys and 2 Patchworks. I usually side out 1 Patchwork going second, because you only really need to access this engine once and you'll have all the pieces. But it helps you if you get stuck with your opening hands, because they're all fiends, and it gives you more cards to use to fusion summon if your Gazelle or your Big Wing gets interrupted. Triple talents.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. That is the most like love-hate relationship I have with a card.
Yeah. Not bad going second, of course, but if you have so many different engines in your deck that if they interact with your first one, you can talents them to see what else they have and then do your other engine. And if you only have 2, you only have access to 1 engine, you can dig for more engines.
Crazy.
3 Nib. I think.
If you don't throw that gold Nib away.
He's gold squad leader.
If you don't throw that
Gold leader.
away.
Gold leader gotta stay.
How do you feel about Nib today?
Nib, I feel like, is good in a lot of matchups. Of course, there are matchups where it's not, but against Snake Eye or Fire King Snake Eye, I feel like it's better than Droll, because Droll, they can still make a pretty decent half board, but a good percentage of the time, if you nib them, they're going to end on almost nothing unless they have a really good hand.
Just don't nib while they have the Flamberg.
Yeah, wait till they've gone through Flamberg.
So when is the time to nib them? According
When they get past Flamberg.
Yeah, ideally you want them to have used Flamberg, access the Wanted engine, and if they're on the Fire King engine, to have done Garunix by then. If you can manage to do all that before they get into a Princess, that is ideal. But if you can't, it's not too bad. They still won't end on as good a board. Droll, they can still end on like Flamberg,
Yep.
IP, and follow-up.
You gotta back it up by other hand traps.
And honestly, this deck, like, you can slot a ton of hand traps into it, which is good, but a lot of your lines are one card, so if they, like, ash you or they interact with you in any way, you're not as good at going hand trap with other decks, because you have a lot of bricks in your deck, so if they, like, stop your Mirror Sword Knight and your turn ends there, a lot of decks are better at playing through hand traps than yours, like this deck is.
Yep.
So I don't feel comfortable just going like, oh, Ash, Imperm, alright, I'm down to 3 cards. And they Ash my Mirror Sword, and my turn's over. Because I have a Poly and, like, Big Wing.
It works out, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been winning, so.
It works when it works. Super Poly, pretty good.
Best card in this format.
Yeah.
Nice.
Best card in this format. I'll die on that hill.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Love it. If you can't main it, figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
This is your Ash.
We lock into fusions every single turn, so best card to fusion summon. We need help playing through boards. And the last two is just called by, just crazy this format, playing through hand traps, but also stopping their graveyard interruptions like Princess and such. I was trying this today, Instant Fusion. The target for it is Millennium Eyes.
Play the hand traps.
Yeah, it's not useless going second, because it can also eat stuff off the board, or if they activate Princess in the grave, it can eat that.
Dark?
Yeah.
So it works with like your, I guess targets to fusion if you ever want to make Drastic Failure or something like that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Good fusion target if you can bait a hand trap. I mean, it still loses
Like
to nib.
$1,000 for sure.
Don't Instant Fusion.
Mm-hmm.
Instant Fusion don't care.
Oh yeah, it's okay. I was gone with the conversation. I ain't gonna lie.
Sir.
That's a beam, bro.
That's the main deck.
Beam.
You want to do extra deck or side?
Go extra deck.
Alright. So extra deck, I'm missing a couple pieces that I'd really like to have if Yu-Gi-Oh! Sellers would get me the cards that I bought. But we're on one Chimera.
Just the one?
Just one, yeah. I want to have the Fusion Baphomet as the second option, because it can be made with an Illusion of Fiend or a Beast, so it's a lot easier to make when you need to make a second guy. Beast Fiend only comes up sometimes a little harder to get into, and ripping a card out of their hand only feels alright after turn 1. I never really felt like I needed the second one, but Baphomet, yeah. And once you banish him from grave to recur a guy, your Chimera Fusion lines are turned off, so you really need a second target to go into. And Baphomet can banish from the grave to bring him back. So it resets your engine, which is pretty nice. That's why I need Baphomet.
I thought you had one Baphomet. I seen you summon it.
Not the Fusion one, I don't think.
I thought you did.
I got this guy. That's the big Chimera guy. You should make him to OTK. He swings a whole bunch of times and zeroes out a guy.
Stupid again.
So yeah, Baphomet would be a good slot to have. For the branded engine, we've got Albion. If you are going into branded to insulate your plays, they don't Asher Branded Fusion by some god-given miracle. Usually go into Dragoon by sending the Albaz and the Light Hex Sealed. You've also got, if you don't have access to your Chimera engine, you branded Fusion into this with Gazelle and Albaz, which will search your starter. And then Lubellion's in here, Mirror Jade, the Grangoignol to fuse with Cartesia if you go the deployment route. I'm not on anything to summon with Grangoignol's second effect. It's a potential cut, but I just didn't have the space after I started maining Super Poly.
Yeah, I feel like if you're on Cartesia, you have to main
Yeah, it's like the best thing to summon. I've thought about doing like a small Shadal package that if you end up going into this, you can send, what's the newest one that just, when it's sent to grave, it's
Abcalone?
Abcalone, yeah. You send Abcalone to search Schism, and you can make Wind on their turn.
Shadal will never die.
Sounds tough.
Shadal will never die.
Yeah, and Shadal Fusion going second is pretty good in this format right now.
Alright.
And then I've got 2 Guardian Chimera. You could cut to 1, but once you start getting into the grind game, it's the easiest card to summon and the one with the most value. So I like having 2.
You have polymerization in your graveyard too, so it makes it even stronger.
We've got Magnum. I did not understand why people played this card for the longest time. I get it now.
Do you?
Yeah, you get to draw a card, get a little deeper in your engine, and then if they do anything, you just pop a card. Its materials is just an extra deck, monster special from the extra deck, and a guy in hand, so it's not hard to make.
Yeah, you could be like a mini boss, right?
It just helps you for digging deeper into your deck. The super poly targets, Mud Dragon and Garua. And Dragus Depelia could be a super poly target if you need it to be, but you can make it in engine. He's also somewhat cuttable if you need another slot for something. And then Millennium Eyes. This is the most you could probably do without. It's a whole extra deck slot for 1 card in the main deck.
Just, I guess it would be Baphomet, right?
Yeah, definitely Baphomet.
And you would cut the instant fusion?
Yeah, probably. It's fine, but it's just not good enough to warrant an entire extra deck slot for.
Fair. Now what's that side look like?
It's super cut and dry, honestly.
It was the spiciest
This
stuff.
man said.
Yeah, there is no
Deep barrier thrust.
there's no spice here. I'm gonna be honest. This is vanilla as.
Always remember, your side is whatever you want your side to be.
Yes. Whatever your local.
So what you got?
All
Run through it
right,
real quick.
this should definitely be in the main. Probably 3 droll.
Oh my.
This deck is it's pretty decent at grind game, like middle of the road. It loses pretty hard for decks that go super over the top early, like Vanadium. So I wanted to have some way of accessing this. It should be in the main, but I don't know.
We'll figure it out when we get there.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't seem to like having too many hand traps in the main. Droplets is one of the strongest going second cards right now, it feels like. Just being able, you play a lot of spells, so you can chain it to spells if they try to negate with Barone or something. So I feel like it's pretty strong. 3 Cosmic, you lose pretty hard to certain floodgates that people will side against you, like anti-spell or summon limit, so it feels important to have access to it in this format. You can also hit Fire King Island with it and destroy their entire board. So it's got pretty good utility. Summon limits.
We lose the summon limit. Let me put it in the side.
We do lose the summon limit.
Wait a minute.
I mean, you make your board and then.
Yeah, once you make your board,
yeah.
you can still Guardian Chimera them after you flip summon limit.
I mean, technically you summon on their turn and your turn, so you're playing on 2 turns.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I can force summons. I'm cool.
I feel like a lot of people are playing either summon limit or anti-spell. We have so many spells in the deck.
They took the other floodgates away, so you know,
Yeah,
You have to play some degenerate shit at some point.
yeah.
eventually.
Anti-spell hurts a little more for us than summon limit because you have so many spells in the deck. So your turn 2 will matter. So if you shut them off, it's not too good. And the 3 slots that are last used to be super poly. I was trying to figure out what to put in for it. There could be better options than this. I need to look deeper, but we go into time very, very frequently with this deck. So got 2 Spooky Dogwood and a Masquerade.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, I like that.
Ooh-wee.
Yes, hey,
Let's talk about Dogwood today.
It won a match. It came in.
Damn.
why you know my boy like that?
That's crazy. I just wanted to
I
know.
got greedy.
It won a match because he got greedy, but it came in 3 times. So theoretically, it could always be good. Of course, you have to draw it.
For time purposes, yes.
Yeah,
But if he had one more monster, it would still been draw. Just saying.
it's true. It's true. Masquerade is all right. Of course, you summon it and they still have to play into it, but.
In-engine burning time is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, for sure. But hey, we definitely appreciate the video, bro. Sorry it took us this long to get you on the channel, but
It only
Yeah,
took
they-
2 first places. That's all it took, right? 2 first
there's
places.
been a couple.
About 10 first places.
Yeah, because
There you
when he was
go.
on Trap Trick and he was like
There you go,
terrorizing me.
Well, thank y'all so much for having me. I really appreciate
Hey
it.
man, for sure, you already know. But hey, at the end of the day, guys, remember, like, comment, subscribe. We got some stuff we're trying to cook up for y'all. But I don't know if y'all like it, if y'all don't say nothing. So say something. That's all I'm asking.
Bro, calm down.
What Drake say?
Hey, yo,
What Drake say? Alright, bro, you already know what's going on. See, bro, we out. Head blind and said I'm Super Saiyan, but who was that claiming? Okay, lyrically I'm